Check it out, friends. In this box right here, I have the Lymow One Plus robotic mower. So this is brand new for 2026. Last year, I showed you the Lymow One, and I was able to mow my entire yard. This is just my backyard right here. This is a little more than 1.5 acres. Today, what we're gonna do is show you what's new with this one right here. So we're going to show you everything that's included in the box. We're gonna show you really quick how we set it up, and then we're gonna do some basic testing. And then later on, I'll have a follow-up video showing you some of the advanced features. So let's get started. Okay, so here is what I really like to see, a quick start guide. So this is something that keeps you from having to read a whole bunch, so you can at least get things situated and quickly unpacked. So here's a look inside the box. Everything is nice and neat, and you can just see everything is intact, ready for me to take out and start using. So once we get things unboxed, we're going to want to get the battery start charging, so we can hopefully get this up and running today yet. And then we're gonna get the charging station installed. Those are the first steps on our agenda. Okay, let's go ahead. We're gonna take this off so we can see what's underneath. And there it is. All right, there's a new airflow design, different mowing blades, all new and improved. So I can't wait to test this out. All right, and then it comes with this charger right here. There's two different ones. This is the faster, the 10 amp charger. So this is going to get you up and running. So after it comes back into charge, they'll charge faster with this and get you out quicker. All right, and then the last item in here, this is the docking station. So the way that this docks is it sees these QR codes right here, and then it tells it to come in here and park. And it looks like we have a new upgraded system. There's brushes right there, and then the contact. So before it was on the bottom, this year it's up top, which I think is gonna be a nice improvement. So we're gonna knock out the first two items right here to get started. So we're going to plug the power cable connector into the battery, and then we're going to get the charging station going. And you can see you don't want anything that's 3 meters across and 1.5 meters out, which I think we're gonna be good there. So the battery is back here. And you can see all you do is go ahead and connect this, make sure it's lined up. There, I heard it snap, that's a good sign. This is gonna be my temporary install location. I have 4 of these ground stakes, and it requires a 17 millimeter socket. So eventually I'm gonna put this in a more permanent place, but for right now, this first week, we're gonna just put it right here. And there's 4 holes right there. So I have that installed. Let's go ahead and put the charger in. That end right there is a 3-prong outlet. We'll do that after we do this part. So right there you can see this is what plugs into this one right here. That lines up. All right, so what we're gonna do now is go ahead and install the antenna. So there's 2 different options. So I could put this on the house or my garage over here and have it permanently attached. You can see that right there. So I'm not exactly sure where on my house I wanna put it yet. So we're going to just store this for now over here. And then the other one, and by the way, this is for the RTK antenna. So this one is going to connect, screw that together like that. And then the bottom connects right here. You can see that thread. I believe this is called the Trident mount. All right, I went a little bit out of order. This is the antenna that goes on the very top. So what I need to do is have that wire go on the inside of this pole right here. So I may not have mentioned it, but you might be seeing the original Lymow One mowing in the back, going back and forth. So that has been taking care of my yard so far. This is probably my 2nd week of mowing, and I'm excited now to get the new version going. So this end right here will connect to one of these ends. Yeah, this right here. And then we're gonna go ahead and get it going down there. Now we're gonna go ahead and put this in the ground. So there's a docking station and there's the antenna just a couple feet away. Okay, so we're out here the next day, and just to bring you up to speed, I did a firmware update on the mower, and then I also have it on the charging station, so everything is ready to go. And last night I drew the first zone, not a real big one, but just enough to show you how fast you can get this set up and have it mow your first zone. And then we can get into some more advanced features next time. So we're looking at the app on my phone right now, and this is a remote control. So I'm going to push the zone button right there. And what I'm going to do is drive around the zone that I want to add. So I'm just doing something kind of quick and simple for you guys. This is a little wiffle ball area that I have in my backyard. I just want to keep this shorter than everything else. So I'm just quickly going around. This is sped up right here. I can't run that fast with it. So we're going around making the zone, and when I come up to the starting point, you can see right here, zone completed. That happens automatically. And now that I have a zone, I need to have a way to get from one zone to the next. So I push that channel button, and this is like a path or like a sidewalk bringing you from one thing to the next. And there you have it. I mean, that's all you have to do to get started. And I'm just driving it to the charging station right here. And there you can see the channel's completed. So sometimes you do have to be a little bit patient with the app. It may not work the first time. You might have to go back into it. That's just one thing I learned. But once you get it set up, it's awesome. But just be a little patient. All right, so now we're going to tap right there on our zone, and we're going to hit mow.
Starting mowing now.
All right, hopefully you heard that. Starting mowing now. So I have, and then on the app, it's telling me as well that it's going to start mowing. Okay, it's taking the channel out to that zone.
Attention, lawnmower starting now.
So at the time making this video, it's the second week of the mowing season, so the grass is really thick, it's wet, it's dense. It does get much easier in the summertime in the drier season. But this is going through, it's cutting. And this is actually my very first time using the mower. So it's not the most ideal conditions. And you can see it's laying down some stripes, which I think is pretty nice. And as far as the noise goes on this, the sound, it's mostly the mower blades that you hear, not the motors of the wheels. I just turned the headlights on so we can see it a little bit better at night. So you don't have to have that on. Let's say you want to run it at night, but you don't want your neighbors seeing it going back and forth. Then you can turn those lights off. And then there's also these LED lights that I have on there, the blinking green. We'll see that in a second. So you can see the blinking green right there. Those are on. I can shut those off if I want. So a lot of customization that you can do. All right, check it out. We're gonna do a side-by-side comparison in a moment. So this is the 2025 Lymow One, and this is the all-new Lymow One Plus for 2026. Before we look at the differences that I notice, we're gonna go take a look at the lawn to see what the mower right here did from last night. So today you can see we have some nice sunshine, and the lawn is starting to dry. It's still just very thick, very green. We haven't had 2 or 3 days straight without any rain yet. So this is the general area right here where it mowed last night. And the dandelions are quite prolific. They're back up again. And it's gonna be like that probably for the next couple weeks. But then their season will be done. So as I'm looking at the cut quality here, I'm very happy with everything. I can see a noticeable difference right here from the out of bounds area. And this is something right here. You have to go around and pick up all the sticks. So this one's hidden in there. So it looks like it may have been nicked by the mower blade. So it's very important to go through, pick up all the sticks out of the yard before the beginning of the season, and then periodically throughout the mowing season too. So we're back now looking at the differences between the two. One of the first things I noticed is the new one has the charging contacts up here, where on the original one, the contacts, let's see, just letting you know, I did hose this off a little earlier. This had quite a buildup of the grass clumps in there because it's been mowing the back for about a week now. And then right down here, and here, those are the contacts. So I believe that this right here is going to be a bigger improvement over that setup right there. So there's a few different blades that you can use on these. These are the swing blades. So let's say you're hitting a branch for the very first time early in the season. These will have a little bit of give to them, so it creates less stress on the motors. Another difference with the new one, it has this flap right here. That one doesn't have any cover. Right now we just pressed the plus button, so it's going to raise it up. So now we can see the differences between the two. These wheels are currently out right now. There's a dandelion in there. So these blades right here are a little bit different. So these have more lift to them. It looks like there's maybe a little bit of a bigger gap in there than this one right here. And then the grass clippings go around, and it looks like it just blows them right out that direction right there. So the original one right here, you can also discharge it out the side. There is some kind of screws that you need to take off. I've never used that. I just let it do the mulching. So it looks like you can have the discharge out that side and that side right there as well. So one thing to point out, you do have to do your maintenance on these. They don't just clean themselves. So just like whenever I'm using my commercial zero-turn mower, I often take the leaf blower and clear everything out so it's ready to go the next time without all the clumps. Okay, so now I have them both lowering automatically. And one other thing I did also notice, so on the original one, there are these screens right here that need to be cleaned. So once again, I just take a nylon brush. These are vent screens right here. You can just see that they collect a lot of pollen. So I usually just take the leaf blower to them, and that works pretty well. I got these wet with the garden hose. And then back here as well, there's those screens, and also on that side too. And then on the One Plus, I don't see any maintenance like that required. There's no vent screens. So a little bit of a different design, but otherwise it has the same cameras, it has the same lights. Looks pretty similar. Okay, so now we're gonna go send this one out to mow. That same area over there, but do a different pattern. So instead of going this way, we're gonna have it go at about a 45-degree angle or so. So yeah, I'm liking the stripes we have going on. So it has this area neatly cut down, so this is gonna be nice for a recreation area.
Charging started.
All right, that's awesome. You know, it's interesting, sometimes I'll watch a show where people are house hunting and they'll narrow it down to like 3 choices. And sometimes they'll find a really nice house and it has a big lawn, something like this. And they, maybe not even, probably half the size of this. And they'll say, oh, that's too much for me to take care of. I don't want to deal with that kind of lawn. And I always think, you know, you could just get a robot lawnmower like this right here, and it's amazing. So last summer was my first time using the Lymow robot mower, and I was one of the early people to test it out before it hit the market. So there were some things that they had to work out and do some updates, and I would send them some of the error reports. So from the middle of the summer to the end of the mowing season, which was probably late October, I didn't get on a zero-turn mower of mine at all. I let the Lymow mower do all the work, which was amazing. So for me, it's really been great having all that time freed up to be able to either go out and get on my bike, get on the road a little bit, get some exercise, spend some time with family and friends. I just try not to sit on the couch. That's my big thing. So if the robot's out mowing, I'm gonna do something worthwhile. So now I'd like to know what questions you have on this mower right here. I've tried to point out some of the differences, and then I will have a follow-up video going, like I said, into some of the more advanced features. So let me know what you think. I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comment section down below. So that's it for now, friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hey Leo, what do you think about that Lymow mower?